This thing is super cool. I want to show you the animation that's been released now through Boeing and the other developers of this project. This is a 747-400 series. It's the most modern of any of the 747s on the market today. We'll put the animation in motion. You see the nose cone of that, Megan? That's shooting this laser out the front. This is the project that they think they can get going. It's had a couple of hiccups, though, and a lot of them, frankly. That red beam hits the ballistic missile, destroys it. In the air, it has 3 different areas where it's going to hit it upon launch or when it first reaches the atmosphere or maybe on the arc back toward its target. This is the projected nose cone out of the front of the 747 where this laser beam is generated. It is high-tech stuff that is now being debated in a big way as to whether or not it can be fully effective and fully developed. This is the Air Force version of that 747. You can see the nose, the front of that plane where all that technology is now contained. With me now is Congressman Tiahrt. Sir, good morning to you out of Kansas. You've written the Secretary of Defense Gates saying the laser program should not be cut, and I just want our viewers to know that there are some critics out there. I want you to come on today, sir, as I put this animation in motion one more time. Give us your best argument why you think this is so valuable.
Well, the science is real, the capability is real, and the threat is real. We always think of China and Russia as having ballistic missiles that threaten our country. But outside of those 2 countries, there are more than 3,000 ballistic missiles in existence today, and it's growing every day. It's countries like North Korea, Iran, Syria. These are very real threats, and we need a very real capability to counteract them. What would be better than have the capability when an enemy launches a rocket to get that in the boost phase and let it crumble back to the ground on their territory? That's what this will be able to do, and they're very close to completion. They'll have their shoot-down test the end of this year. So it's taken a while to get here, and some critics say it's been longer than 8 years. But let me remind you that Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in the 19th century, but it wasn't until the 21st century before we got the BlackBerry.
No, you made your case there.
Technology takes time.
And the critics say it's 8 years behind schedule, as you point out, and it's already $4 billion over budget. That does not sound convincing.
Well, that doesn't sound convincing, but just think how long it took to get a BlackBerry. It's taken over a century. So new technology does take time, but we cannot ignore the threat, and we have the capability. For us to cancel it at this point in time would waste billions of dollars, plus we would also lose our leading edge. The only safe place for America is first place. This is one of the tools we need to stay in first place.
You mentioned by the end of this year it's going to try and successfully shoot down a missile in midair. Is that November? Is that December? Is that before we hit 2010? How close are we?
I think it's about mid-October, if I remember correctly. So we're very close. You know, this has taken quite a bit of time. It's new technology. This is basically a chemical factory in the air. It's a very incredible piece of hardware that has multiple test data. There's over 100,000 different measurable items in this test. So it's very difficult to achieve. But keep in mind, it's real, the capability is real, the science is real, and the threat is real, and we ought to be first place. It's the only safe place for us.
A chemical factory in the air. Well stated. Boeing holds a press conference today. We'll see the future for this program soon enough. Sir, thank you for your time today from Capitol Hill.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, across the room now, back.